expensive, you know, with all of that, everything is custom, just tell them everything is custom. Says you're not gonna do it, you're only gonna do it once.
Can I share an example? Because he did a project in my house and it was just, we have skylights and they're tall.
Very tall.
And he did long skinny blinds that are on just a motor, and it was like we picked some very neutral linen-y kind of fabric, and it was just that. I mean, there was not a lot. It was under 500, but more, or 5,000, but more than 4, because it was like a very weird cutout, and you guys had to do some tweaks on it and stuff, and we use them every day, so it's worth it.
Yeah.
Gotten the money back in the first month we did it.
Good.
Yeah.
So, just for an example, it was like a pretty simple project, and it was still over 4,000 to do.
Nothing, you know, it wasn't a big design thing, but you know, I wanted it to kind of blend in with her ceiling. You know, it's not like, you know, hey, zebra print on there.
It's helped a lot.
And a lot of that stuff, it was what the cost is the making of, you know, the hardware, the actual framing of it all. In fact, I think we can even go into that. Oh, I do want to say something about hardware. In hardware, I always like this, and maybe Shelley can back me up on this, I'd like to have something a little contrasting to the wall. I say to my clients, it's the window is your eye. The hardware is your eyebrow. If it matches the wall, it looks like a shaved eyebrow. Not a good look. You want something that kind of, when you're looking at the window, have something to stop your eye and then move on over. So
It's the jewelry of your window treatment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're doing this. You get whiplash. That's all I had to say about that. God, I sound like Forrest Gump.
We all like Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, yeah. And now we're going to go into the hard, the cell shades and roller shades and things like that. California's #1 shutters. They have lots of options. Got real wood and composite. Composite wood has the longest, well, one company has a lifetime warranty on it. And the Norman company. They have lots of options. You can have the classic thing, classic rod in there. You can have an Invisi-tilt where you move one and they all move. You can have a split tilt where you can have the bottom. It's great for people that have a high density homes that are right up and next to one another, and especially on the second floor. You can close this off and get your privacy, and you still have some light coming. And also we've got a new panel, which I don't know anybody that would buy one of these. They're there. This is a 4.5 inch. That's great for something that is top to bottom, floor to ceiling windows. And these are 3.5, 3, and 3.5. Yeah. So different colors, lots of colors to choose from. A lot of applications. We can do circular, we can do a square, we can do an what do you call it? Oblong, angled. Yeah. We can even do it over sliding glass sliders. This guy is a total blackout, especially for your clients that are graveyard. Roll it up. Boy, I can really feel the heat. It works. Yeah, and then there's the cell shades. The cell shades have a light filtering and a room darkening. This is the blackout. Then there's the room darkening, which you will still see some light on the sides. So, yeah. Another option is these guys are kind of neat. Let me kind of go over here. smart shade, or smart drape, I should say. Kind of like a big vertical. But the greatest thing is, the dog can go through, the kids can go through. You can buy a single vein if one gets dirty. You know, your husband has barbecue sauce on one side. I didn't do it. Yeah, so that's kind of neat.
And what are those called again?
Smart drapes. Yeah.
Do they
Every-
go over your existing drapery that you have there?
Pardon me?
Do they go over your existing drapery that you
No,
have?
that would be instead of. That would be instead of. This kind of gives it kind of takes the place of a drape and a sheer. We've got two built in one. Hunter Douglas has a luminette, which is very similar to that, where you can just kind of turn it. It's a lot less expensive than the custom draperies that you've got going on there.
On these right here, so if you're gonna replace, do you need to order surplus at the beginning to make sure that you have the same
Dialog?
dialog?
Yeah. Yeah. They come in a package of 6, so you'll have enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a fairly new product, and makes it good. I mean, kids run in and out all the time. Yeah. Dogs too. So yeah, other than that, any questions? Hi.
Two different questions. So
You've been saving it up.
I know we've been talking about udders and not pines. I don't know the name of it, but you know the pines where it's like you can like lower either like the top half or you can like raise the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It's like super popular in like
Yeah.
Berkeley and San Francisco. I heard that those got outlawed just because of child safety. Did that actually get outlawed, or are they just?
There is, that's good question. They've, some companies have done away with the loop cord, and we've done away with it here, so we've got it up there. They've done away with that. If you do have it, they strongly suggest that you put it, attach it to the wall so it's not floppy, Yeah. For the most part, they have discontinued the thing, but I mean, if you have even here, going over your sink, and you wanna put that, you can only raise it this much. So motorization is probably the best. And that usually adds about $700, depending on how wide the window is. That's
Per window.
per window. Yeah. And as a per remote, per remote, there's usually about 5 channels, where you can do 4 windows separately, and the 5th channel, everything goes up. Yeah,
If you hardwire the motor, the
You can.
motorized thing.
you can.
My in-laws have these fancy things, and then they got big bars next to them where you stick like 10 batteries in one,
Mhm.
and they never use them because there's so many batteries that they
So
have.
many batteries.
I
Yes.
think it was the wrong choice. It's
Yeah.
just the
I've got one in my garden window, and I haven't changed the batteries in over 2 years. It still works, but very slow.
they don't work.
Yeah, but you got 8 batteries, and
Yeah.
if you got 12 windows,
Yes, it's a lot of batteries.
that's a lot of batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can they still hardwire them once they're installed as batteries?
My thought is yes, you can, but there's a lot, you need an electrician to dig out your wall board, go all the way around to
Right.
another place where it's all plugged in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just might as well have
They
the
should have
batteries.
done it at the beginning when
They
they
should have
built
done
that
it in the
house.
beginning, especially when they're making new builds or
Yeah.
an addition.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll call you before that, I find that windows are the last to be called. I thought, wow, you just spent $40,000 on a swimming pool, and you want $500 on each window? Not gonna happen. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I found.
What trends are you seeing this Tri-Valley area? And,
Trends.
you know,
Trends,
there's a
my-
lot of infill, new development versus people who love draperies and have dreamt of a window treatment. So what are you seeing with families?
I am seeing, as far as draperies are concerned, I am seeing people that have been established and been living in their home for a while. This is, either they're retiring and they just wanna get it all done and refresh. They're doing the drapes, and they're not really surprised about how much it is. The younger kids are, yeah, especially the East Indians where they can get the drapes made a lot cheaper at home. And I thought, well, you go ahead and get them home. I can supply the hardware for you. So, yeah. Trends. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay, keep
Okay.
going, I couldn't hear.
Oh, I'm sorry. Trends. I think here in the valley, in Tri-Valley, is mostly the clean lines. Yeah, clean lines a little bit. They really love their restoration hardware. Have you found that to be true?
Yeah. And again, we're listening to the needs and the wants and the desires of our clients. And Peter, what are you seeing? And you might not even know this answer because you're here to support people who are using window treatments. What percentage do you think in the Tri-Valley or Bay Area are not using fabric on their windows, are not even using anything else on their windows?
I think here in the valley, they need window treatments only because of how close the houses are these days, especially in Dublin. But as far as nothing on them, I think a lot of them have that more cleaner line, like a roller shade where it's just a little bit of, of a headrail. Everything kind of goes up into it, disappears.
Unless it's super high end where there's something you're looking out at.
Right. And then if something is that, we've also have some solar fabric, pardon me, that if you've got a great view, but you've got some sun problems, there's this, I could show you up there, there's some different variants that's covering the light of it. It goes from 1%, which covers 99% of the light, down to 3%, which opens it up even more, and at 15%. So that way, you can see outside, see your view, and have the sun not come in as hot. But as much as you can see out during the day, they can see in at night. That's kind of like the balance. If you're overlooking a valley and your next neighbor is on the top of it, and he's got binoculars, let him look. It's like, what is he gonna do? So, yeah, if they're watching you cook, they need to get a life. They need to get a life. Please.
That's something with film on the window too. I'm on a commercial job, this is exactly what we were just talking about, the priority, if you wanted during the day to block the glare, on TV watching or monitoring or anything, but still be able to see outside. A mesh shade could be wonderful.
Right.
But just like you're saying, they're weighing that, well, what if we work at nighttime? And even with their black tinted windows and the shade, during the day you can't see it out in at all, and at nighttime, you can see everything. Yeah, so even black tinted windows does not stop.
Yeah. I've seen some new stuff now where it's electric. You press a button and it just goes opaque. And press another one, and it goes back to a regular window. I have a current client that somehow he wanted a big window in his shower. I thought, okay, that looks great, but you know, I said we can do a solar shade there, but I wouldn't recommend it because of the metal parts in there right there with all the moisture and whatnot. So I'm looking at the film for him. Yeah, that is. Yeah, the one I've seen had mirrored on the outside. And he goes, I can't put my neighbors through that. Yeah, so I'm gonna see him next Friday and show him what all the other options are. It's, yeah, a window in your shower.
Very eccentric.
Yes. Okay.
Peter.
Yes.
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead. You were raising your hand.
So window treatments are really new for me. I was originally from here, but living in Seattle for 25 years or 20 years, and people don't use fabric much on their windows because of mold.
Right.
I was also like a retail designer, you know, so not even in my wheelhouse. Recently, I know somebody who did a remodel in a gigantic room, not gigantic windows. And the window treatments are like obnoxious. They're pretty, it's like pretty fabric, but it's a huge long, like I'd say like a 50-foot wall, and the windows are like, there's a fireplace and then a window, and then like a few feet this way a window, and then down here a couple windows.
Mm-hmm.
And the window treatments have the swoop,
Oh, I see.
and it comes like feet down over the window, and the client just hates it, like.
Yeah.
How do you decide? Like, how do you, and like, my instinct is to do like restoration hardware style and just go totally clean on that wall, because the fireplace is the centerpiece, but like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you've been doing it a long time, so it's probably just very natural for you.
Yeah, and it will get that way for you. It'll get naturally like, oh, you know, based on what you're telling me, you wouldn't like that, you know, or this is how I see it, you know, personally.
Like, is there a swoop standard? You know?
No. I mean, this is done really large. Don't really use this style very much because you have to babysit that up there.
That's the style it is.
It just bugs me, and I'm not not an OCD person. But yeah, you can go just a slight smile. This is a grin. You know? And if you do that to your client,
This
they
is like the
they,
Joker's mouth then.
oh my God,
Yeah,
that's really
so it's
good.
bad,
It's
yeah.
bad.
So like, it's a family member and we sew, so we've been like, we'll just fix it. Like, she used to
Check
have
it out.
boxes over the windows and it looked
Mhm.
really
Like
pretty.
these guys.
But, like fabric, like
Oh,
the
okay.
fabric. Yeah, it was pretty. The
Mhm.
old house, so,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I mean,
you just learn.
you just learn, but I mean, you can probably take that to a workroom and have them
Bring it to you.
in Seattle?
No, I live here,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
3
Yeah.
years back.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt.
You've been in my house.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, we can do something with that, whether it's, you know, fold it up and tape it up around the edge, I mean, depending on what's going on. Yeah, there's something.
That's
we
where
can do.
inspiration photos really come in. You know, gosh, with AI now, you can Google, can you show me different ways it'll look in my room if I've got a window, fireplace, a window,
Mhm.
you know, and that would help Peter tremendously, because then he would know kind of what you're looking for. And if you're the designer, then you can show those to your clients and they'll go, oh, yeah, I see the vision.
So she hired a designer. This was done by a designer, but like she has a hard time saying no.
A lot of times.
She knows best.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of times I've heard this many times from clients that said, I had a designer, she didn't hear what I wanted to hear, and she did what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, sorry. Yeah, no.
Big no-no.
Big no-no. Yep. This is your house.
Mhm.
You're living in it. I'm not paying for it.
Mhm.
So, yeah, they get it.
Mhm.
Mhm. Hi.
Hi, would you say that, like, have you seen maybe, like, recently or, like, any time, like, doing this, have any, like, styles, like, come back? Have you noticed?
Styles of draperies or
Like, anything that you've done?
I think that kind of goes with a trend. If you can remember way back when everything was Tuscany, I want a Tuscany feel. It's like, oh, I just love that. Well, it's been going on for 10 to 20 years, and and especially in the furniture business where I was like, oh, okay. So what you're saying is that Tuscany has a casual feel to it, and you're not so casual anymore. How about a casual, elegant feel, where we bring in some bling, some different Rome colors in through your room. Just kind of romance it a lot. I do know that the gray and the teal has been around for a while, but every year the teal gets lighter or darker, the gray gets bluer or warmer. So that's how they keep the trends going. Because if you do your kitchen well, at one point everything was cherry. Everybody had a cherry kitchen, and when I was redoing my kitchen, I said, no, I don't do white. I'm sloppy cook. Been cleaning spaghetti sauce for years, or cherry. And I went, no, what's the next? Oak is already done. What's the next species of wood that can, most likely come into harvest time? And it was walnut. And that's all you're seeing now, is walnut. And I had it first. Yeah.
You're a trendsetter.
Totally. And
As a business, how do you handle sales and marketing? And how do you deal with competition? I moved to Mountain House like a year ago, and we had a lot of people just, put flyers on
Yes.
the door. And these are people that didn't give us a lot of options. It was more like, okay, this is what you can have, whether the shutters or this kind of blinds. I mean, but I think for you, what I'm hearing is you combine that with design
correct, yes.
as opposed to just that alone.
A lot of times with the new homes, you do get, the flyers and the cards and people knocking on your door. If you want something just to cover your windows for privacy and light, go with the roller shade, go with the shutters, but then later on go with, the draperies that kind of soften it up and make it your home, not the model home. Yeah. Marketing. We market. Gosh, it's been a while since they've taken over. We did the flyers through the mail. You got a packet of the value packs. We've done that a couple of times. The Diablo magazine. We've been in, little different magazines like that. We've been pretty successful. Yeah. And any home show, we go to home shows, which is nice. I don't mind working those. Yeah. Hi.
Have you done any commercial spaces, and if so, like, what's the standard or kind of something that you feel like is necessary, like drapery-wise, or even with
Even
this?
that, they will tell you I need a XYZ fire rating. I did a couple of drapes at the Rose Hotel, and they needed X amount of fire retardant, and got it for them. They said yes, no. So that's it. Haven't done very many commercial. Yeah, I think they know where to go. Where I don't. A lot of these fabrics have a fire rating on them. So that's the book that you would pick out. Yeah. Did I answer that question? Okay.
Just question, so on the fabrics themselves, the fire rating is listed?
Fire rating is listed.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll say, you know, whatever the fire rating is.
Okay.
Yeah, and they'll also let you know if it's green or whatever.
Uh,
Hi again. Blackout shades. So are they standalone or can they go behind like slats? Like I know somebody who would really love those,
Yeah,
but I don't think they'd want to get rid of what they currently have.
that depends on how deep the window is. If you were doing it and putting shutters in front of the blackout, then you know we've got some build outs that you know we can
Oh, okay.
make it, yeah, so that the louvers can freely move.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Um,
good questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's good.
thank you.
and I
Yeah.
was just thinking it could be helpful to talk about the anatomy of a window to the casement, what is that? Front mount and then an inside mount of a window. Do you do many inside mounts?
A lot,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
In what use cases though? What particular projects?
Oh, goes anywhere from regular blinds, you know, 2-inch blinds to, you know, shutters. Yeah, it's all over the place.
Okay,
It's all over the place. Yeah.
yeah,
You could even do Roman shades inside mount.
okay,
Yeah. Just be careful of how deep it is.
okay,
Because a lot of the Roman shades have, you know, like a 2-inch or a 3.5-inch, you know, board. If the client is fine with that sticking out a little bit, you know, yeah,
okay.
just
Okay, and then when we're coming to you with a project, what is the most important information we should have to be ready to work with you?
good. Another one. A picture of the project
The actual house.
would be, yeah, of the window and then not just the window, have a big view of it so I can see what the rug is and where that window is. Yeah, that and rough measurements is what it would do is that if you're passing it off to me, I would make the appointment, go in and measure. The liability would be on me, not you. Yeah, I mean,
How do you work with designers, Peter? So is there a referral fee or how does that work?
that depends on the company.
Okay,
We currently do not have any designer program,
okay.
so that, yeah, sorry.
But we would still appreciate business going in your direction.
Correct, yeah.
Question. Sorry. So on some projects, could we work out billing and so that I could add a 10% on top of the work that you do?
Sure.
In order to, and so we would typically talk amongst ourselves first with the client not there and say, okay, what's the price for the fabric for the
Mhm.
installation? And then without the client there, I say, okay, I would like for you to add a 10% on top of this.
Can do that.
And that's how you
Yeah.
make your money from being able to refer and,
Yeah, yeah. I've worked with a lot of designers and they don't wanna be bothered with windows. So they said, here, you do it, you know.
I want to have a clarification on that. So what you're saying is having Peter add 10% to his invoice?
yeah,
That's sticky for some companies. It may not be sticky, I don't know for Windowology because I don't know Windowology. They're taking on a lot of liability and if they're charging your client X but they're charging their clients Y, sometimes
Yeah,
that is
that would make
that's a
sense.
sticky situation.
yeah.
So again, that would be definitely on the
Private
GQ, you know.
conversation. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So you're saying that I would get the 10% or you would?
Yeah, that's so I've heard of what I would get the 10%. So
Silly question.
Yeah.
Oops.
yeah, I don't know if you work that way with designers, if you have in the past, or
That would be our designer discount.
okay,
That would be it, but we don't do that anymore.
okay,
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah, thank you for that
Clarification.
clarification, yeah.
I want it.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay, hi.
Do you work with like a CAD program, or are you still hand sketch?
Oh, hand sketch. I'm more of a hand sketch. I don't do CAD. I don't have enough money to have a CAD.
It's true.
Seriously.
Yeah, so what I've done in the past, and it is so low tech. Take a picture of the room and with a Sharpie draw in what the drapery would look like. And she says, I still can't picture it, so I would take a color photo of that and then crinkle it up. Paste it on there.
Peter, I love you. I just love
Is that better? Oh yeah, I can see it now. But yeah.
You could just take a class at Los Positas and get CAD for free for a year.
I could.
you. If you have time.
Just take Jill's
If I have
CAD
time.
class.
Yeah.
Is it CAD or is it?
No.
It's
Oh.
chief
Chief
architect.
architect.
Okay, yeah. I took that class and I was so frustrated the first two classes. Then I remembered, oh, I gotta close that window to get to the other side. I gotta close that window. Yeah, and once I got that, I was like, okay, I'm good.
Now, Lindsay, you talked about though a app that I forgot to talk with Jill about that is really easy to use.
Do you need
Oh,
We
but
talk-
not for, it's not a drawing, it's just the scanning app.
Oh,
You scan-
okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, I
we get
love
everything
that
up
app.
in one PDF for you, yeah.
Okay.
I used it today for like
Does
a
anyone
board.
in the room, yeah, have an app for design
Looks good,
for
right?
what he's talking about
No.
that you use?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah.
I use remove.bg.
What is it, Morgan?
I use remove.bg. You can take like pictures from online and it will remove the background and then you can crop it in like on PowerPoint or something like that.
What's
I make virtual rooms.
She makes virtual rooms with
It's
it.
called
She designs it.
remove.bg.
Can you say that one more time, Morgan?
Remove.bg.
Oh, remove.bg.
Remove.bg. And so like you would like go and find the picture of the blinds and then put it into remove.bg. It'll remove everything except for the blinds. And then you could crop the blinds into a picture and overlay it in like Google Slides. And in Google Slides you can like put pictures in front of or behind each other, like orient them in front of or behind each other.
Like
Canva?
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
the similar stuff like
Yeah.
Remove background.
Yeah.
You can do that in PowerPoint too.
Yeah.
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 Hopefully that wasn't
We'll
too
just
much.
keep doing what we're doing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, any other
Take
questions before we wrap it up? Are we gonna see anything more?
I've got one more thing that I forgot to put out. When you're talking to your client and say something went wrong with your install or whatnot, I have these to hand out. It's called Take the Heat. H is for hear the client out. Listen, don't interrupt. Let the customer finish before you jump in and say, I hear you. E is for empathize with the situation. I understand how disappointing this is for you. And then A is apologize and accept responsibility. Offer an apology even if the issue is not your fault. I'm sorry this happened to you. Whether it's the installer or the manufacturer, you are the point person for your client. So everything comes on you. The buck stops here. And then T is take action, follow up steps achieved and to approve a timeline. Here's what I can do to help you make this better. This is, even if you don't have the answer, say, oh, I'll get back to you on Wednesday, whether I have an answer or not. And then do call them on Wednesday or leave a message. Yeah, so this works really great.
It's
People
really
are
nice of
asking
you.
that.
Thank you, Peter. Really nice.
Okay, that concludes my part.
Wow, what an awesome job you did.
Thank you. You guys have been really good, really good. A lot of questions.
Yeah. son in law, and you did great.
Yes.
We are so thankful. Aren't we thankful?
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
God.
Thank you.
There's water and cookies in the back there for you,
Oh.
Still there.
And then there's business cards, Peter's business cards up here.
and on the table.
Yeah.